what are some of the mistakes that you see like a traditional agent make when they're trying to get started with pre-foreclosures?
Well, first of all, their approach. So the first 5 seconds is the hardest. And you know that, again, anybody that click on it knows the first 5 seconds are so crucial. Like the momentum that you create, are you going to control the conversation, or are you going to be in the hot seat where someone's like interviewing you, essentially?
Yeah.
And I always say this, the person that asks the questions, they control the conversation. And I'm sure you say the same thing.
Yep.
So if you focus, if you're in a conversation and that person's like, who are you? Who are you with? Why are you calling me? You're not in control anymore. So when I first call, I am, there's a lot of things that we teach in sales, like NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, like the pattern interrupting of like, hey, Loida, and you do that whole thing. So it's less intimidating, all the things. And so I see a lot of realtors, the first thing that they do is say, like, hey, Loida, this is Nicole. I am a real estate agent with blah, blah, blah. And immediately this person is checked out. Because in this niche specifically, once you say real estate agent, what do they think?
Yeah.
My house is not for sale. That's the immediate response. My house isn't for sale. I don't want to sell. I don't want to work with a realtor. You're just trying to make a commission off of me. Like that's all they're thinking. So you don't even have the chance to even help them or even figure out what's going on because they've already written you off. So that's probably the number one thing I see that realtors do wrong is that they have their realtor hat on. And instead of, like you said, having a conversation, human being to human being, they forget how to do that. And so they go into this like solicitation mode and they're just so focused on qualifying themselves as a realtor that the focus is on them instead of the person and figuring out how to solve their problem.
Exactly. And it's pretty much the same with expireds, with for sale by owners too, but with expireds, many times agents are calling and saying, well, I can sell your home and I'm the best one and I'm the top agent. Instead of listening, like, I'm curious, why do you think your home didn't sell? How did you pick your last agent? Where are you going to be moving to next? And the way that I see it, I want to find out, can I actually help the seller? Because there will be times that I will turn away a seller because I can't help them.
Yep.
And some of you that are watching this, you need to learn to get better at turning away business that you can't sell because you should not be overpricing a property that you can't sell.
If you can't sell the property, you don't get paid.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, if anything, that makes you look bad. But I see the same thing where agents get so desperate for business that they overpromise and underdeliver. And I'm like, how does that serve you? Because all you did was waste your time. And here's a newsflash. As entrepreneurs, time is the only commodity we have, guys.
Yeah.
So if you don't treat it like a business and value your time of like, hey, like you said, I need to say no because if I can't get you on the same page, I'm not going to work with you.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't matter if it's expired or foreclosure or whatever. Like, you need to understand your value of like, I need to respect my time because if you're taking my time, that means it's not only am I not going to make money, but it's actually costing me money because now I could be making income working with someone that I actually could sell their property.
Exactly. And, one of my favorite objections that I get over the phone is when someone says, oh, well, I can't promise you anything, or I don't know if I'm going to sign with you. And I like to say, well, Mrs. Seller, at the end of the day, I'm not even sure if we're a good fit for each other because it might not make sense for us to work together. So it's completely fine. And then that throws it off because they see, okay, this girl's not desperate.
Right.
Everybody else will be like, no, it's okay. So
the best analogy to your point, the best analogy I've ever heard when it comes to prospecting is like, it's like dating. So like the person that's super desperate and super whatever, you're like, oh, immediately you're like, back off. But when you kind of have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, people are like, okay, let me see. Like, I thought that was the best analogy to what you're saying because that desperate feeling, I've got commission breath, like people can feel that. People can feel when you're not being authentic.